Thank you guys. Thank you. Welcome everyone to the Children's Corner, where children come first. Today we will be talking about a problem that's actually becoming very common here in the United States. Yes, you guys guessed it. We're talking about child obesity. Child obesity in the early childhood stage. But before we get further into that topic, I have today here with us Dr. Irena, who has graduated from Harvard University with a PhD in psychology. Dr. Irena will be talking to us a little bit more about what early childhood is. Here we have her, Dr. Irena. Come on in. Come on, join us. How are you doing, Dr. Irena?
Good. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Now tell us, Dr. Irena, what exactly is early childhood?
Okay, well, early childhood begins at age 3 and it's till age 6.
Mm-hmm.
And basically what happens in that stage is that children become more slender, the limbs lengthen, get taller, and this does not happen if we become obese, if the children become obese.
Right.
About 14% have become obese ages 2 through 5.
Wow.
So we're here today for a cause, and we want to inform people that we just need to
watch what it, watch our kids and what it is that they eat for them, not to become that unhealthy.
Yeah.
Right. Totally agree with that. But when we got, right now we have to go on a break, but when we come back, we'll have here with us a guest who is actually struggling with keeping her children healthy. But you guys stay tuned. We'll be right back. We'll have her here with us, all right?
Hi, my name's Soda, but some people call me Pop.
Hi, Pop.
I add up to 1,000 calories a day to kids' diets, and I'm addictive. But I am mostly water.
Is that denial I hear? Hey, I didn't want to believe I was making kids obese.
Yeah, I figured I'm round. Apples, oranges, they're round, and they're good for you.
TulsaPlay.org.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Children's Corner. I hope you guys enjoyed your break, but I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy this part more. As I said before the break, we do have another guest here who's apparently having trouble keeping her kids healthy. If you guys please welcome Mrs. Carmen Guadalupe Maria Esperanza de la Concepcion. Mrs. Carmen Guadalupe, come on.
Don't worry about me. Worry about your kids. Your kids, not my kids. Don't worry about me.
Oh. Mrs. Carmen Guadalupe Maria Esperanza de la Concepcion.
Carmen.
Oh. Sorry, Mrs. Carmen. Seems like the audience isn't quite a huge
Mom.
fans of you.
Hey, Mom, I'm on TV.
Well, Mrs. Carmen.
Yeah.
Now tell us, how are you and your kids? How are you guys?
Oh, well, we're doing very, very, very good. The other day, Bobby brought me a A+, not A.
Nice.
A A+.
A+.
And you know what I told Bobby,
What
Mrs.
you
Suzanne?
told- What did you Susanna?
Susan, whatever your name is. You know what I told Bobby? I told him, Bobby, since you bought me an A+, I'm going to take you to McDonald's, and I'm going to get you a meal, and I'm going to supersize it. You know why, Bobby? Because you are a superstar. Supersize the superstar. Yeah.
Wow, you have such great, love for your child, giving him a supersized meal for a little 4-year-old kid.
Bobby's doing great. A 4-year-old deserves that and much more.
Oh, wow. Well, apparently Mrs. Carmen.
Carmen?
Yes, Carmen.
Right.
Do you think, are you having trouble trying to keep your kids healthy or any of that nature?
Oh yeah, I bought my son the other day a black ops game for his new Xbox, and he was blasting people right and left. Douche, douche, douche. You never know when the word's gonna come these days.
Mrs. Carmen, you think that is safe and
That's plenty of exercise to do. It's all good.
That's all good. You don't think maybe it's better for you guys, instead of shooting people on video games, to take your son out and go for a walk at the park?
Oh, no. Bobby knows better than that. Bobby knows that I don't like that mess, the sweat, the dirtiness. No. Mommy does not do that. Oh, I love Bobby.
Bobby. Well, Mrs. Carmen.
Carmen.
Carmen, yes. Okay, Mrs. Carmen.
Carmen, y'all.
Have you ever tried seeking any, help? Because you do know what it is that you're doing with your child. It's not quite healthy for him, as a matter of fact, at his age, much less just for him in general.
Well, let me see what you got. Tell me what I'm doing wrong with my kids.
Well, Mrs. Carmen, we do have a nutritionist here who we'll see later on in the show that can probably give you some, some help on some tips on trying to keep your kids healthier and, maintain them.
Now, who's that right there?
What's she
just sitting there for?
This here is Dr. Yerena. Dr. Yerena is actually, she has her PhD in psychology.
Hey, doctor.
This is Carmen.
I know Dr. Dre, but I don't know a real doctor like yourself, so how you doing? Nice to meet you, Carmen.
Mrs. Carmen, you're quite the funny person.
Why funny? I'm just real.
This is perfect. Okay, Mrs. Carmen, as I did say before, this is Dr. Phil. She actually has her PhD in psychology. She's very knowledgeable when it comes to the early childhood stage. You're right. And that is why we have you here today, because, little Bobby is in the early childhood stage. And, we're just trying to...
Well, doctor, tell me what you got to say about my Bobby and me. Just say it.
Okay, ma'am. Miss Carmen.
Carmen.
Well, I think you have a lot of love for your child.
I love Bobby very much. Yeah, I tell him every day, I love you, Bobby.
But you need to take care more of his health. And there is an issue with you wanting for him to go outside. He needs to at least play for at least 2 hours outside. Because if a child is obese, there's most likely that they are going to be obese as an adult. That is not healthy.
My precious little Bobby, obese?
Your precious little Bobby obese, Mrs. Carmen.
I'm such a bad mother.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. I'm a bad
You're
mom.
not a bad mom. Everybody here sees the love that you have for little Bobby.
You see the love?
I see the love, girl. I see the love. The only thing is, Carmen, you have to start feeding Bobby healthier stuff. You can't just always go to McDonald's and be supersizing it for him.
I thought that made Bobby happy.
I'm sure it does, but you have to understand, it doesn't matter whether it makes him happy or not. Is it healthy for him?
I guess not.
It isn't. So, with that being said, Carmen, do you think you need help in trying to make Bobby healthy?
Doctor, I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm ready for that nutritionist lady you're bringing.
Alright, yes, as I did say before, we do have the nutritionist coming in today later, guys, right after the break, to share some tips with us on how we can better ourselves and being better parents with feeding our children, the healthier things rather than junk food or McDonald's.
Oh, thank you, doctor.
Oh, you're so very welcome. You guys will be right back, and after this break, we're going to have the nutritionist here with us. See you guys later.
Mom, why am I fat?
Welcome back, everyone, to the Children's Corner. Now, before we went on break, we had Mrs. Carmen here with us, who's actually having some trouble on maintaining her son, little Bobby, healthy. So, as I said before, we have our nutritionist here. This is Dr. Denise Porter. But before we go further on with her, we are going to talk about a little bit of what obesity is and the effects that obesity can have on the mind of a child. Now, Mrs. Yerena, would you please go ahead and take it on?
Yes. Well, self-esteem, to start off, is the judgment of a person's overall worth. Do we really think that a person obese has a good self-esteem? No, they don't.
Not for the most part.
Yeah. Being obese does lack self-esteem, and this affects them overall through everything. First of all, cognitively, a child who, has poor self-esteem will not want to better themselves, will not want to succeed in school and try to learn things.
They feel they're not, worth it.
Yeah, they're not too good enough for that. Physically, we all know obesity can lead to heart disease, diabetes, problems with breathing, even death.
And I understand that being obese also affects the mobility of a person, much less a child as well.
Of course.
The more, the bigger you are, the slower you tend to be, the person tends to be, correct?
Yes. It also affects you emotionally. Then again, it all has to do with self-esteem. A person is not going to want to go out and, try to talk to someone, be confident, and they will be lonely for the most part, and this will affect them very much emotionally.
Yeah, I understand, because I have my sister who is actually on, a little bit on the obese side, and I have noticed lately she's been dropping weight, but I have noticed that when she was on, at the peak of her overweight, she was very unhappy. As a matter of fact, very depressed at sometimes, and she seemed to always be angry, and just lash out everyone. And now ever since she started losing weight, I noticed that she has been a lot more happier, very, I don't even see her, the depressed, I haven't seen the depressed mood take over her. And yes, you're right, she has become a lot much more confident with herself. So yeah, you're right. Once when you become, say if you're obese and you start losing weight, it does start changing the effect, the way you start thinking of yourself, and you tend to become much more happier. So.
And people do know that fruits and vegetables are the best, but they don't really take it seriously.
Yeah.
Right. They know it, but they don't, go and actually start eating it and stuff like that.
A good way to is always think rainbow colors and just be active. Don't make them go and play. Encourage them, or give them a choice, either an apple or a banana,
rather than chips and fries.
Yeah, and that way, they can have control over what they want and be happy. Is and not give them choices between fast food. And
it's also known, it's people. Sorry, excuse me. You should take your child out to play. Be active outdoors for at least an hour. Instead of taking them or letting them be on the computer or playing video games, because it does take. Believe it or not, it has a long-term effect on them if it continues. So the sooner you cut that down, the better. Let them go out there. Put them in sports, rather than buying them, just keeping them stuck inside the house. But let them be active.
Limit the technology and
yes, very much limit the technology and throw them out in the streets and go ahead, kick a ball. Now, well, that's it. Alrighty, guys. Well, that's it for now. It seems like we're running out of time, but it was very much, thank you guys for being here with us, and I hope you guys learned a couple things or so you can take on and put them to use with your children and better their lives and try to better your lives as well. Well, thanks for tuning in with us, guys. You have a good one now.
Get up and get grooving. Kid, what's up with you? Let's get up and play. Do something. Stop slumping like a lump all day. Get on up, come on. Get out the door. Let's shake that booty like never before. Let's run, have fun. Let's jump and groove. Get up and get that body up. Make it move. Get up, and be a player. Get up. Woo. Let's run, have fun. Get up and be a player.
Get up and play an hour a day.
Ouch! Sorry. For cool playtime ideas, go online. Just don't stay long.
Bananas, apples, carrots. Bobby, you gonna have the best meal. Oh, hey, Children's Corner. It's me again, Carmen. I just wanted to say thank you for changing my lifestyle and helping me change my little Bobby's lifestyle too. From now on, things are gonna change. I'm gonna make vegetables, all these good stuff for him to be healthy. Thank you all.